What if the biggest thing you're losing in medicine is not money and is not even time? What if it is your dream? The thing you've wanted to do for years, the thing you keep promising yourself you get to someday, the thing you quietly tell yourself you finally have time for next year? Because after years in medicine, I've noticed something heartbreaking. Many physicians haven't given up on their dreams. They've simply postponed them for so long. They've stopped believing they will ever happen. And honestly, I understand why. Because when you're seeing patients all day, answering messages, finishing charts, and trying to recover from pure exhaustion, dreaming starts to feel like a luxury. But let's go back to what this dream could have been. Maybe it's traveling, maybe it's writing a book, maybe it's learning another language, maybe it's spending more time with your family, maybe it's something you have never even told anyone. But here's what I've noticed after years in primary care. Many physicians and other clinicians are carrying around dreams they no longer believe they will ever have time for. And honestly, that makes me sad, because some of the most intelligent, hardworking, compassionate people I know have quietly accepted that their own life comes last. After the patients, after the charts, after the meetings, after the obligations, always later. Years ago, I realized I was doing the same thing. I was working hard, building my career, taking care of patients, doing everything I thought I was supposed to do. And one day I noticed something. I had become very good at helping other people live healthier, fuller life, while living not a healthy and stress-free life myself, and slowly postponing parts of my own. The problem is not that doctors don't have dreams. The problem is that they are too exhausted to pursue them, even on days off. Because when you're constantly depleted, you don't dream, you recover, you sleep, you catch up, you survive. And there is a huge difference between surviving and living. Think about that for a moment. How many years have you told yourself, when things calm down, when the kids are older, when I work less, when I retire, then I'll do it, then I'll travel, then I'll write that book, then I'll learn the language, then I'll start living again. And what if that day never arrives? What if the perfect time never comes? What if life continues moving faster than expected? Because one of the most valuable lessons I've learned is this: the thing we postpone the longest often becomes the thing we regret the most. Imagine yourself 10 years from now. What would disappoint you more? That you didn't see 5 more patients on a random Tuesday? Or that you never pursued something that matters deeply to you? I think most of us know the answer. One of the reasons I changed how I practice medicine was because I realized something important. I didn't want medicine to take everything from me. I wanted room for life too. I wanted room for curiosity, room for growth, room for experiences, room for dreams. And surprisingly, when I became more intentional about my schedule and my practice, I discovered that I could still be a dedicated physician without sacrificing my entire life. And honestly, many physicians don't need a completely different career. They need a different structure. A structure that leaves enough energy and enough time to be human. Because your dream doesn't disappear. It just waits year after year, quietly hoping you will eventually make room for it one day. That's one of the reasons I'm so passionate about helping physicians rethink the way they practice. Because I believe many doctors are much closer to a better life than they realize. Not by abandoning medicine, but by designing it differently. So tonight, I want you to think about one question. What is the dream you have been postponing? And if you suddenly had one extra day every week, what would you do with it? Because that answer might tell you more about what you're missing than anything else. Your patients deserve a healthier physician, but you also deserve a life that feels worth living. And your dreams deserve more than someday.